Hello, I'm Joanne. This summer I did the Yukon River Quest, and this is my story. This is what happened. You're on.
So you're wondering what the Yukon River Quest is? That's a fabulous question.
It's the longest and most spectacular paddling marathon in the world, and it certainly tests your endurance.
715 kilometers on the Yukon River.
An intense challenge that not many people can handle, actually. Lots of people scratch out of the race.
Exhaustion and injury are pretty high.
So I'm a little bit frightened for her, but they'll do fine. Joanne and Andrea have been practicing lots. They've done a couple of long river paddles. 3 days in a canoe, can you just imagine?
The fears are not finishing. The challenges, of course, are everything that everyone else has to deal with, like hunger and fatigue and sore muscles and injury. I can't even hold the paddle like everyone else. I was born with no fingers on my left hand. No fingers. So I've had to use Sugru to make this hold on it, because I've got this this notion in my head that this should stop me from nothing. I'm not one of those people that's going to sit on the sidelines and be like, oh, I can't do that because I have no fingers. So I'm like, yeah, well, you know, I'm going to do this better than you because I have no fingers. You know, some people would call that an attitude problem, but really it's just my personality. When I was 16, I was pretty shy. I didn't actually talk to anybody. But then when I was at sailing camp, the camp counselor called me into her room and she said, I need to talk to you about your hand. And I lost it. I just started crying and I was like, no. Like, please, like, it doesn't matter, don't bring it up. And she was just like, whoa, calm down, honey. And then she's like, look. She's like, I have the same thing. We spent a lot of time that summer talking, and she just kind of sat me down and said, you are as good as everyone else, and you don't have to struggle, and there's always a way around it. And if you put your mind to it, you can do it. That kind of brings us to now. We planned for a whole year, and we trained for the whole year, and we did everything that we needed to do, but there's no way that you can predict what's going to happen on the river. And it got us this year. We didn't finish. It's still hard. Harder than I thought. I thought I'd get through this without crying. We got to the halfway point, but this is actually where the race ended for us.
Those boats on that
Scratch. But I guess really it doesn't matter, because we still paddled for 29 hours, and I don't regret a single second. It was an amazing race. I'm almost glad in some ways that I didn't finish, because it teaches you more lessons than you knew you needed to learn. Attempting it with no fingers on one hand and having to adapt my paddle so that I could paddle like everyone else was more the goal. 10 years ago I would have said no. I only have one hand, I can't paddle, sorry. But now people at work call me a canoeist. I still don't really consider myself one, but I guess I am. If you're ever considering anything, I would say go for it, even if you don't finish, because more of the point is to attempt than to finish. I know that me and that river will meet again, and I will conquer it better than I did this year at the halfway point. Nothing, not even the hands, not even anybody who's saying, you probably shouldn't do that, nothing is going to stop that drive. It's a crazy motivation that once you have it, don't let it go. It's pretty awesome.